Hello, everyone. Welcome to project call number 11 for Universe DAO. We have some updates today for everyone. I'll go ahead and start rattling off some updates for the polymorphs. Well, actually, let Tyler start this off because we had some updates to the rarity chart, and Tyler just wanted to address the community about that.
Oh yeah, so the community helped with the rarity charts from the very beginning. I mean, I think the original documents that started getting like the Excel sheets that were getting circulated were from the community. And basically we worked with the community through the process, tried to figure out it was like a unique way of doing rarity more based on multiple traits and the fact that you could morph these things. So naturally, when we launched it, we got the user interface up. There were some bugs in it. The community kind of turned around and pointed out some of those bugs. We patched the bugs, and other people were kind of confused what happened. All that happened was we basically patched the bug to reflect what was already had been circulated up to that point. And was very much community driven. So I understand if people saw something change over that 2-day period, if they think that it's going to change in an ongoing capacity, but the bug is patched, it should be all good going forward. And we don't really expect anything to deviate from there unless there's major specific uproar over one particular thing from the community, and at which point we'll probably put that towards governance, either just off of a snapshot or an actual DAO vote if it's major. But I think that we hit the nail on the head now, and it should be straight going forward. And we also appreciate the community for helping through that entire process, because it was different than other projects. It was a little bit harder, and everybody's input was super helpful.
Yeah. And the community caught most bugs. We tried to go through all the collection, but it honestly helped, and they found them pretty quickly. So it really helped us.
Yeah, second set of eyes or 10,000 sets of eyes is wonderful. So we love all y'all banging out and keeping a lookout for us.
For sure. Okay, so we have a few more updates for the polymorphs. One announcement that we have, which is pretty sick. I think a lot of people have a high anticipation for this Polymorphic Faces collab project that we've kind of been leaking a little bit of information about, but I think it's finally a good time to kind of explain what we're doing. Is we're basically taking the polymorphic contract and creating basically a burn to mint derivative of the polymorphs, but we're going to use some pretty dope NFT artists from the space that have been making art and are pretty well known. So we're going to allow them to come in and collaborate with us. This is going to be a super exciting project because whereas, some people didn't love the art on the polymorphs, this gives you an opportunity to burn that and maybe get something that you like a little bit more. And this is actually done by some legit NFT artists in the space and is a pretty dope collaborative project. It's basically going to be these faces that can scramble, and you have all these different sections of the face. But we have the artists have already started working, and we're actually looking for a few more female artists to join us. So if anyone is interested or has someone in mind, definitely hit me up on Twitter or DM me on Discord. Mark Ward Bro is my @ if you don't know, but we're still looking for people, and we're definitely open to meeting new people and getting people on this. So please reach out to me if you're interested. Don't be shy. I'm not gonna bite or hurt. So I'm pretty nice. I'll just direct you to the right place and get you the right tools you need to help. So, but I think a lot of people are excited about that. I've had a lot of people asking me about it. So eventually, this is kind of an announcement that we're officially started, and hopefully we can have that done. And I'm not really trying to rush the artist because you can't rush perfection and creativity. So we'll see. I'm not really putting a timeline on it, but Just know the community, it's in the works, and you guys have something to look forward to. Next, the battle game contracts are done and we are getting them audited. The Lion Chain team has actually battled some polymorphs and they've seen the other side and they say it is awesome. They've watched polymorphs on the battlefield and they said it's next level. So we're really excited about this. We're excited it's getting moved to audits. I think the battle game and the polymorphic contract originally definitely went through audits a lot, or I'm hoping that they go faster than the auctions and minting contract. Just to give everyone a idea, those are much larger contracts, so that's kind of why that's been taking so much review time. But hopefully, you know, the battle game is not going to take too much time and we can get that all connected and everyone can start battling their polymorphs. So that's going to be exciting. I think a lot of people are interested in the battle game. Updates on the Polygon bridge that we're building. George has started building that and it's in progress. Stan may be able, or one of the, you guys have an update? I think that could be close. I think George is the best person to answer that, so maybe we don't need to answer that. But okay, we'll just skip that. But that's in progress too, and we finish that and get some of this stuff moved over to Polygon. We're going to be able to turn back on scrambling, and I think that is, we're really trying to get that back on as soon as possible, because now that we have the rarity charts out, can let everyone kind of play around with the scrambling and see how scrambling can kind of affect that and kind of move your. So that's kind of the really dope part about polymorphs, is that, you know, changing rarity, not having a fixed rarity. And that's something that people have kind of figured out and have explored and are excited about as well. I'm going to toss it over to Ryan for the auctions and minting updates, because those are currently, those were an audit and we just got those back and we were making the updates. So Ryan, you can make some updates on that.
Hey guys, so yeah, just like Mark said, we got the first round of audits back from Hackin. It's been taking a while because we switched auditing firms a couple times. We wanted to branch out and have multiple sets of eyes on the code base. It's our, you know, first protocol level product, so we just want to make sure it's like as absolutely perfect as it possibly can be. So those first round of audits that came back, we made all of the changes that the auditors have requested. We sent it back, and so we're starting our second round of audits. That's again for the auctions and the minting platform. In the meantime, we're testing the kind of beta website that we have internally to kind of make sure everything's working seamlessly, testing out, creating new NFTs, deploying collections, bidding against each other in auctions, all of this. And all while this is going on, we're working on the new marketplace. So this is instead of auctions and minting, it's closer to a secondary marketplace like OpenSea, where you can buy and sell NFTs. You can kind of place bids and a few other kind of features that I'm not going to leak today, but we're very excited about.
Yeah, it's going to have just, you know, it'll be a lot like, you know, OpenSea and Rarible will have a lot of those tools, because a lot of those tools are extremely necessary in, you know, NFTs, like buy an NFT, sell an NFT, transfer one, like those are kind of necessary functions for a NFT platform. So, you know, those will be some of those functions that are in there. And then, you know, once we eventually start building the social tools around that marketplace and these auctions and minting, that's when we really think this is going to be, you know, like a full blossom project. We really are excited to get all that stuff built out, and marketplace is definitely major point of focus right now after getting out the auctions and minting, so that we can have that out as soon as possible for everyone to be able to use that. So thank you, Ryan. So we have one more update today, and this is kind of a dope update. We actually have an NFT drop coming out next week. We've been kind of working on it in the shadows. Tyler, Allie, do you guys want to maybe bring this up? Because Tyler kind of was part of
Alpha Leak alert.
Twitter thread that kind of
I don't think that they tweeted at me. It was Kane Warwick tweeted at the Universe account. Like, so the way that this happened was like, I think everybody saw what was going on with the like bills in Congress in the United States. For people who like aren't like listening to this and aren't from the US, like a lot of people on this call. There are like lobbyists that are trying to work with like people in DC to like help them understand blockchain technology, like distributed ledger technology, DeFi, NFTs, all the stuff that all of us are also passionate about. Naturally, like there's, you know, like people that are older in Congress and don't understand technology. It got like attacked by like certain senators. I think even yesterday I saw that some stuff was passed that people are like very unhappy about. So Kane, I don't know if it was Kane Warwick from Synthetics or if it was Hayden from Uniswap. They were kind of talking back and forth with one another and said, you know, somebody should do a drop that all the proceeds essentially go to lobbying efforts. And I think Kane, since he's involved in Universe, tagged us. And so like I DM'd him on Telegram because I talked to him quite a bit because he like helped champion the DAO first concept. And when things come up, he's a great person to have ideas with. And then basically since then we were like, all right, this is a cool idea. Like we want to support the ecosystem and the lobbying efforts and help people understand what this technology does so we can get good regulation or like help push education. And so we've been working with like Hayden, we've been working with Kane, just going, doing like a lot of design work. We changed the concept to make it kind of more friendly and more open. And we're doing Lobby Lobsters. It's basically like just a fun project that's going towards lobbying efforts and education. We're going to be donating the proceeds to groups that are like specific to this exact same thing. Some of the ones that we're working with have asked not to be named because we don't want like the drop to be reflective of them. But yeah, it will go to a multi-sig. The community will kind of know and we'll decide, you know, where everything goes, and we'll work together on ongoing like resales, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, if lobbying ends up being something that has kind of run its course, then there could be other charities, other things that we basically do with it. But it's not a drop that's meant to bring things back to the DAO treasury. It's very much meant to be like something that we can like build and put towards like good use for the ecosystem.
yeah, for sure. Something that can like make a difference and kind of allow everyone to be a part of making that difference. And yeah, just donate some money, or we'll donate 100% of the money is what we're going to do. We're not going to keep any of it. It's all going to go to donations. And yeah, like this is just something that looked really awesome to do, and we jumped on it and we wanted to be a part of it. And you know, we think that this is something that can help the space as a whole, and you know, we just wanted to jump on it and be a part of it. So
Yeah.
And does Ali have anything that he wants to put into it? Say about it?
Ali's done a lot of work on all the details.
Ton of it.
Ali can tell. Ali, do you want to give us the general drop dynamics of like how many they're going to be, how much they're going to cost, kind of thing?
Basically, yeah, I can do that. There's going to be 10,000 of them. We're going with a 0.1 price range. Yeah, like they said, the funds will be used to empower decentralization. The point of the whole drop is just to bring something fun to the space. It's like simple rarity, not like the polymorphs where you can scramble. It's just going to have like normal rarity, what the market is used to. It's going to be just a lot of fun for everybody. We had like 8 artists or more team on making all the art for it. So a good amount of work got put into it. We didn't really have to put anything on hold because we just had it timed out perfectly when we were able to schedule creating it in. The devs were busy and the artists just weren't. And so yeah, like it's not a lot of technical work. So it's gonna be a really fun drop that is gonna be good for the whole space and empower decentralization. So yeah.
How
And
many?
really,
How
that's
many
just-
is?
oh,
How
my
many
bad.
is people are people able to mint at one time? People are gonna want to know that. It's always their question.
I think the
So-
most that we're gonna allow people to mint is, well, there's no limit for the wallet, but I think the batch mint is 20.
Okay, people will ask that. I just want to save us some time.
Yeah, so there will be no limit. You can mint them all if you want.
But we're also gonna do, like, we'll release a Medium article, and I think last time people complained that the Medium article came out 10 minutes before. We kind of did that on purpose with the polymorphs just because they were so different. This time, we're working on trying to get it out by, I don't even want to say, because I don't want to put the dev team on a timeline.
Early September. So, I mean, I'm really, early September is good. And if we can do it before early September, we will. So
We'll probably drop a Medium article on the day that it launches, and we'll try to do it a little bit before, but I don't think 10 minutes before probably was too little. Like, we'll probably do it an hour or two before, but we don't have a set date. And
Well, why?
we're
I mean,
busting that.
once we set the date, I don't think it's a bad thing to like let people know that this is coming,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
yeah.
So once we have that date, I think letting people know like at least a day or two in front of it, like it doesn't hurt anything.
And just so everyone knows, when you guys start asking questions, what charity is it going to? What charity is it going to? We've worked with like Hayden from Uniswap, Kane from Synthetics, like other people in the ecosystem who are like,
Like
large,
Santiago,
like
put us with
VCs
the
like
right people.
Santiago, and trying to figure out like what the best group would be. The group that we're initially donating to specifically asked that we don't use their name on the drop because like they don't want it to be like seen as something they're dropping. They appreciate the effort and they want to work with us, but I understand and respect that. So like, just know that like we will say who it's going to, and then the community can help us decide ongoing where it goes to, like for resales, but we're not going to say that because the charity specifically asked us not to. Like, so I just want to be clear with the community that we're not being non-transparent. We're more respecting their request, and they're the group that everyone agrees is the best one to give it to. So like, we'll respect their wishes because we think they're going to put the best effort in on behalf of the ecosystem.
We want to better the ecosystem, and this is honestly a super cool way to allow, NFTs are popping right now. Obviously, everyone knows that. It's just a fun way to give back and honestly help create a better, a better future for crypto and decentralization. That's just really is the main thing here. So that's really the last thing we wanted to talk about. I am going to go look at the community questions really quick. Oh, nice. We got some questions. I have a question about the polymorphs. Will this... Okay, so one question is, I have a question about the polymorph burn to mint derivative. Will this also work the other way? Will we be able to switch back to the polymorph and burn the derivatives? Okay, so no, you're never going to be able to switch back. But if you burn your polymorph to a derivative, your derivative is still technically going to be a polymorph, so that you can burn your derivative like for the next derivative kind of thing.
We shouldn't call it a derivative just because like it's not like a financial derivative, so everyone knows like it's like a art derivative. So like there's a meaning for that word in like art, which is basically like
Derives
Andy
from.
Warhol like using Campbell's soup in his thing is like you use it kind of in like intellectual property conversations that like it's derivative artwork or like parody artwork. This just means that it is like artwork that is like derived off of like the original polymorph drop. It may not, like, some of them may look like polymorphs or be like advanced like looking art derivatives of them, and some may be like just completely different like abstract versions of them. But I just want to clarify to everybody, because I know like a lot of people follow NFTs, a lot of people follow DeFi, that like these aren't like derivative, like financial derivatives coming off of these things. We're talking about like art, like artistic derivatives of the original art that we started with and like the tech that we started with. So I just like we should not use that word just because I want to not confuse anybody. So we'll come up with like a better way to word that. No offense, Mark. I just wanted to clarify.
I mean, that's like what the industry says, and that was what the question. That's what the question used the word. But yeah,
Okay.
that you know, derived from the art. It's, you know, Tyler's right. It does have a big difference in meaning.
Like spin-offs. We'll come up with a better way to word it, but I just want to clarify to anybody listening that that's what we mean by that word.
Okay. This guy asked us, is there any chance you will consider doing community calls to take questions and drop updates? Yes, we will do that. This is what we've been doing for the last 20 weeks. Please join our project called Slade 45.
We'll keep doing this.
Yeah, this is what
That you're asking for us to answer the question. If we do it on the call, we'll keep doing it.
We'll answer.
Yeah, I hope he sees the call.
We're just
This guy,
messing
but
with
the best part is
John.
John Lowville hits a +1 on it and being like, yes, I would also like to know the answer to this question.
I think you guys want like a Twitter space type deal where they can actually like ask questions, like not just type them out. Maybe that's what they're referring to. Or maybe
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
You can do it on Discord.
We
You can
did,
do it on
yeah.
Discord.
For Barnbridge, we do like open office hours on top of this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
Max does.
I'm down to start doing it if like I don't. Okay, we're gonna be busy as hell for the next like 2 months because we have like auctions to launch, minting to launch. We have additional audits that we did because the original audit firm, we just felt more comfortable, you know, getting a second set of eyes on it. But like both our internal teams are like looking through all of the code. We have a ton of front end and back end work left to do, along with like the marketplace that's coming. And like the lobsters thing was a fun thing that we thought was good for the ecosystem, that probably set us back a little bit. Like we have all the derivative work coming, or like spin-off work coming. And then we also, like even with polymorphs, like we ended up delaying the auctions and minting because we really wanted to get like polymorphs out. So like we're gonna be slammed for the next 60 days. So like I don't suggest that we do this maybe even for 90 days. But as our community grows, as more people come into it, I think that we can adopt something like what we did with Barnbridge, that we do like open office hours where we do Discord. I think it's called Stages. And people can jump in and ask questions, and we'll make ourselves available. I mean, maybe we're talking like twice a month for like an hour time slot, and people can get used to it and kind of know when it's going to be and hop in and ask questions, as opposed to like this format where we kind of record this for the community and then send it out to everyone. This is another thing that's actually really, really, really important. Moving off that concept, since we're getting into Discord related stuff. So one of my friends got a bunch of his like Bored Ape Yacht Club, and he had basically $1 million worth of NFTs stolen over some thing that MetaMask decided. MetaMask got rid of this feature. Okay, like you scan a barcode, they ended up getting it, and somehow they can derive your private keys. by looking at this barcode, which I literally didn't even ever know that, but this is the part that's important. Someone in our Discord did get scammed because there was something that went on with his wallet would not connect with our interface. It was 3 a.m, at least in American time, and he went into our Discord and someone impersonated a team member and went in and actually like somehow tricked this guy and stole, I think he said $70,000, right? I want to be super clear that like this, whether it's on Telegram, whether it's on Discord, like you all, it's your responsibility, like be your own bank, that we cannot stop people from impersonating us on Discord. Like I cannot stop fake accounts. There's a lot of fake accounts on Twitter that replicate like me and my name. There's a lot of fake accounts that represent projects that we're attached to. You have to be careful and verify that you're actually talking to someone from the team. And I mean, even if you say you're talking to me and you think you're talking to me on Discord, say, I would like to tag in general, and you respond, and you can see like my verified badge as like one of the Discord people actually. And if I'm really talking to you, then I'm gonna have no problem doing that, right? So be safe, like don't get scammed, but it's not our fault if you don't follow proper like security mechanisms. That's a Discord problem. Like you got to talk to them. But just know that if you think you're talking to someone on the team, you might not be, even if they're one of your friends that is on the team. Because like someone could be friends with me and talk to me every day, and someone makes a fake account, and we feel terrible when that happens. But unfortunately, there's nothing we can do when it does. So know that the MetaMask thing that happened with the OpenSea community, I think MetaMask patched that, but they're going to get more creative. I mean, scammers are going to scam, and you have to look out for yourself and verify that you're actually talking to a team member or a support staff. And that is what it is, right?
Yeah, and we're never going to ask for your private keys or to send us money or any fucking.
If anybody asks you for a private key anywhere or for you to send them money, like really don't, like private key is never. Send money is like, what is the context and why do you need it? And definitely go verify in Discord, like, hey, this guy's talking to us. We'll ban that person from the Discord, like if they scam and are even trying to phish or scam. So use the Discord, use the name tags and color system of who the admins are, and make sure that you're talking to the people that you think you're talking to. And don't give your private key to anyone ever. Like maybe your mom, right? Like in case something happens to you, but like don't ever give your private key away, not even to your best friend.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
I will add to this that guys, these scammers are smart. Like they will come, that like I had one come to me and I was in like a Discord with like 1,000 people, and I haven't talked in that Discord in 3 months, but the guy somehow knew that I was friends with this one guy, so he was trying to impersonate him and come to me. So like I have no idea how he even knew I was friends with that guy. So I'm just saying they're smart. They're gonna come for you. That's what they do. And they're gonna say what you like. They're gonna say exactly what you think they want to hear. I think I said that wrong, but you know what I mean. Like they will say anything to get you to send them money.
Yeah.
They
It's
will
always
say,
believable. Like you'll never be able to get them to admit, even get close to admitting it. And another thing is to add to what Tyler said, is that if anyone ever DMs you asking for anything, like doesn't matter what it is, nobody should ever DM you first asking for something. That's bad form.
if
anyone ever
want
does that,
you to send money
suspicious.
first, it's a scam. That's I mean, this is just across the board.
101.
If they want you to
I
send the
do
money
DM
first,
people, but I will never
It's a
ask you
scam.
for anything.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're gonna send money, don't ever do anything with your private key is crypto 101. Like nobody needs to see your private key in any scenario. Like Coinbase isn't gonna ask you for your private key. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
If you
So, like,
need to send money to someone, or like it's something like maybe someone sees one of my polymorphs I posted and I said, yeah, like I'll sell it. Then then as soon as I say that, someone in the Discord that's a scammer is going to DM you. So basically have a conversation with me and say like, hey, I want you to say like Hail Mary or Fluffy Penguin in the general chat. So I know
See,
it's actually
what you
You'll
should
say
do
that, and then you'll see
is if-
me as a verified person.
If-
say
One of
that.
if
the
you
largest,
see someone-
wait. So the
Let Troy
largest
go, 'cause
attack
he knows
vector,
the most about security. He's helped me with it.
the largest attack vector in hacking is the social engineering attack, right? So most attacks actually happen through communication on like a one-to-one basis. You can try to find like attacks like through the ports and stuff like that, but usually what happens is people are tricked through social engineering. Even like the greatest hacker that was the most wanted at one time, Kevin Mitnick, all he did was social engineering attacks, right? That's usually how he gets through in most systems. So you need to watch that and just protect yourself from that because you like Tyler said, be your own bank is like a mantra inside of crypto, and there isn't much you can do, right? So there is no community support, or there is no like system support for like if someone takes your private keys, or if someone does that, you can't call Ethereum 1-800 number. There's nothing like that. So just take care of yourself and understand that people will try to attack you if you have something valuable. This is as simple as that. And
Sure.
don't give out any information if you don't know who that person is.
Also, if you think that there's a team member messaging you, the best way to tell if that message actually came from a team member instantly is go to the Discord, click on our name, and literally DM us, yo, or like say, I think someone's impersonating you. Because as soon as you message us, it's going to create a new DM. And if it didn't come from us, when you click our name in the core team members, like if the message didn't come from us and it's a fake person, that's.
So
Yeah, I mean, I've literally had a Tyler Ward account DM me and say, hey, something's going on, bro. I really need you to send me 1 ETH real quick. And like, I responded a couple of times. I almost sent it, and it was, but the reason I didn't was because I did what Mark basically just said. I was like, okay, I'm about to send this person ETH. I think it's Tyler. And then I was like, wait a minute, this might not be Tyler. I went and checked in the Discord and it wasn't. And I was like, I can't even believe I was responding to that person. You know what I'm saying? And so they will. They'll get you to respond.
It happens
Algae,
in all of
with,
them. Like
Well, let Ryan talk.
Yeah,
Let
so-
Ryan talk.
with this specific one that DM'd Algae, DM'd me, and a few others in the community, usually on Discord, there's like 4 numbers after the name. And those 4 numbers that they had after the name actually matched up with the same 4 numbers Tyler had. So the only way to find out that it was not actually Tyler was to do exactly what Mark said, and it's to DM them directly from our Discord channel. Because if you're just cross-referencing their IDs, it seems like they figured out a way to basically duplicate those, and maybe they're, the name is like a little bit different and they have those same 4 numbers after. But at the end of the day, like, you have to be super careful, and even just cross-referencing isn't good enough. Go into the Discord and actually send a message and see if it makes a new thread. That's the best
I don't
thing
care if you send us a message and you say, hey, I think someone's impersonating you, I want to check. Like, we're never gonna be like, why did you do it? Like, we're literally asking you, like, if you guys feel that someone's scamming you, like, you can DM us to make sure that it's like DM us and make sure that that message came from us. Because I'll tell you right now, it didn't. We're not asking you for ETH, and we're not asking you for your private keys. We don't want them. We have our own private keys. Like,
And Tyler definitely doesn't need any either, ever. So like,
Yeah.
I want to.
Yeah, I was about to say, we also have ETH.
yeah, Tyler does not need
Personal
it.
ETH. We have enough ETH to keep the protocol running at all aspects.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
if you're
DM
send
anyone
Tyler
asking
ETH,
for
send me ETH. Jeez.
Yeah, that's why my name on Discord is XYZ burn address warden.eth. If you want to send anything, just send it to warden.eth.
Warden.eth is the burn address.
Yeah. I've got enough ETH. I don't need any, guys. So if anybody, I will not DM anyone from the community ever and ask for ETH. I promise. Neither will Troy. Honestly, neither will anyone on this call. So just be careful out there. That's not even just us. Like, I saw the other day that the lead dev at at Ave had a person that was impersonating Stani, and he was basically saying, hey, I like need you to stay up late and like work tonight, and like we're testing this contract. And like he basically posted the whole conversation. And the guy was like clever. I mean, he was basically saying like, I need to test this thing. I need you to send me ETH. So it happens across the board. It's not just our Discord. So this is just take this as a blanket lesson for all Discords, like all Telegrams. It's a part of crypto. Scammers exist. The Nigerian prince is real.
I think they found that guy. They found him, and he had all this money he was trying to share, and he said no one ever came.
He was trying to share it, I bet.
All right, guys. I think that's everything. Hopefully, everyone got to the end of this call and warnings about the scammers, because that's definitely important. We can't fix it. Ethereum can't fix it. You got to stay safe, and also, like, don't click on links. Someone sends you a link. Like, I never click on links, even if people message them. Like, it's just don't click on anything. Don't download.
Don't click on even if it looks like an OpenSea link. I've heard of people. I'm sorry to keep the conversation going, but like I've heard of people click on OpenSea links, and they're like, it said OpenSea.0, it said HTTPS OpenSea.
Yeah, you can easily hide make a link say anything. I mean, I even know how to do that.
Yeah, same with emails in your like PDFs in your email. If you don't know who they're coming from, do not open them. Like even a PDF, even if it's not an executable, just like do not open things that you're not expecting. It's like don't open a package that's coming to your house that you didn't expect. Don't open any messages, especially with like that can execute data inside of them, like a PDF can, without expecting it to come.
100%.
That's a big one.
PDFs are gnarly.
Yeah,
PDFs they can embed stuff into your computer. So when someone sends something like that, you should ask them to send a screenshot of what they're trying to show you in the PDF if you don't like interact with that person. So yeah,
if they're not going to send you a screenshot,
I mean, Steve Jobs used to say that PDFs for viruses.
Well, hey, we're coming up on time, everyone. So if you want to learn more about this, you can Google like how to be safe on the internet. It's a brave new world out there, but hopefully this helps everybody.
Web3 in the internet. All right, everyone.
thanks, guys.
See you, everyone.